Hi, I'm Chris, owner of ViralTech.com and Viral Compound here in Kettering, Ohio.
And I'm Tucker Rhodes. I'm the general manager here at the Viral Esports Compound.
We're excited to share with you this new and upcoming industry called esports. Before we get into it, let us tell you a little bit about ourselves. Once again, my name is Chris. I spent 9 years in the military with one deployment in Iraq in 2009. After I got home, I spent many years in corporate America being a small business consultant helping small businesses grow their business. While doing that, I fell in love with the idea of entrepreneurship and following my own passions. I've had a strong-rooted passion in video games and esports for as long as I can remember. So we're super excited to bring this passion and skill set to the kids and our communities.
And yeah, like I said, my name's Tucker. Before I came here to Viral, I was a high school math teacher. Loved the kids, loved working with the students. And then one year, my second year teaching, my administrator wanted to implement an esports club after I introduced the initial idea of teaching a coding class. We'd heard about esports, we knew a little bit about it, what it was, we knew some of the surrounding schools were doing it. And we'd seen success with that. We'd seen some studies on how the surrounding schools were doing. So we decided to start it. We bought some laptops. We've got 20 kids signed up. We actually had to turn some kids away because we didn't have enough equipment. And so yeah, the kids loved it. And from that experience, starting that club from the ground up, I found out about Viral, and then came here to manage the esports compound.
Now that we told you a little bit about us, let me tell you a little bit about who and what Viral is. We started Viral in the basement, building and selling computers all over the world. We quickly outgrew that and needed a space to build custom computers. As we started finalizing this idea, we decided we wanted to have a retail segment to this store. Quickly that evolved into having an esports arena as well to bring the community and gamers together. Gaming is one thing, but gaming amongst your friends in person is a complete other experience. Having the teamwork, the communication, and just friendly banter with like-minded people right next to you is a complete and new experience that most kids only experience online. By bringing students together and kids together, they get that human-to-human interaction we all crave while doing what they love to do. And we're super excited to be rooted here in Kettering, Ohio, and serving our community. We've been throwing around this word esports a lot already in this video, and you might have already heard it way prior to watching this. We just want to tell you a little bit about what esports is and how you can implement in your high school and some of the major benefits that can come along with it. To put it simple and in layman's terms, esports is the organized competition of video games.
You know, today's games require a lot more of, the 21st century skills. So we're talking communication, right, team collaboration, all this kind of stuff. And there's a big emphasis on media literacy and tech literacy as well. So implementing esports into your school can actually help build these 21st century skills, just like, a regular sports program would. The traditional stick and ball sports, baseball, football, all those kinds of programs. Esports can actually benefit our students.
And most participants that are in esports, 80% of them aren't going to be a part of regular sports anyway, so they're quote unquote left behind.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So as he just said, we're reaching out with this esports program to kids that never had, who seemingly had no place to fit, or they didn't, because some kids aren't athletic, and that's okay, that needs to be all right. But they still have a competitive itch, they still want a sense of belonging, and this provides an outlet for those kids to have that team aspect, right? I mean, we're talking stuff like, Call of Duty, Rocket League, League of Legends, all of those require so much team collaboration, like it would blow your mind. And you can watch some of the professionals. There are professional leagues just like we have for the NFL, right, and the NBA and the MLB. There are professional gaming leagues, right? For Rocket League, you got the RLCS, the Rocket League Championship Series, and League of Legends, you have the World Finals that teams go to compete at every year, which, by the way, in 2019 was second only in viewership to the Super Bowl.
It's crazy.
It's mind-blowing.
What, the NBA?
The NBA Finals,
MLB
World Series, and the Stanley Cup Finals as well.
Wow.
Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. And with this increase in viewership comes more sponsorship money. So in 2017, the prize money for some of these tournaments is about 41 times, I believe, the amount it was in 2010. So I mean, it's just skyrocketing. Yeah, it's crazy. Because esports is starting to enter the schools, colleges are actually looking at prospective students to come play on their esports team, offering scholarship money, anywhere from a few $1,000s to full ride scholarships.
It's a growing industry, and the demand is growing with it.
Absolutely.
For students to be a part of that. Locally, we do know Wright State is recruiting to be a part of their esports team as well.
So just like traditional sports can serve as incentives for students, you know, if you play football, you've got to be at school, right? Or you can't come to practice. I know that's how it was in my high school.
Sure.
You miss too much school, you're tardy too much, you get to sit on the sideline and watch your buddies play instead of playing. And so just like traditional sports can serve as incentives for our students, esports can do the same thing. On average, students who participated in an esports program, their GPA rises 1.7 points.
Wow.
Almost 2 whole points, which is crazy. And their attendance increases 10%, which is even more crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It is.
Just like professional sports, esports is more than just about the one player playing. It requires an entire team and production to kick things off smoothly and professionally. There are so many career fields that are evolved around esports, like video and photo editing, broadcasting, public speaking. You have software and hardware development and IT support, just to name a few. So by this point, you might be asking yourself, how do we get started, or how much will it cost?
Yeah, so when I was a teacher, again, we were just implementing this from the ground up. We really had no idea what we were doing, but we went into it, you know, obviously you got to start somewhere, so you got to start with hardware. You know, if you don't have any hardware, it's kind of hard to play video games in school, right?
Right.
And so we bought 11 gaming laptops, 1 for me, and then 10 for our students, and we ran it as an elective class. So in the mornings when we had our elective classes, students would come into my class, and they rotated every other day. So Monday was one section, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesday, Thursday was another section. But even, you know, you might be thinking, even if you don't have a budget for this, I know all schools have been impacted by the pandemic. But even if you have no budget, there are still opportunities to get involved in esports. Chris, how can we help schools with providing them with the hardware?
Yeah, so if you have a big budget and you do want to implement this within the school, and you already did your practice and your proof of concept at the school, we are a full service PC manufacturer, partnered with some of the biggest brands in the industry. NVIDIA, Asus, AMD, Gigabyte, just to name a few. We have direct relationships with these manufacturers that we can get parts discounted, subsidized, to build you your own computer lab. The students can even be a part of that building process here at the compound. We have a full classroom available as well to learn about computer building, manufacturing, small business, how shipping and receiving works. We can really involve the students in getting the esports program, even on the hardware side, up and off the ground.
Yeah, as well as designing some products as well, right? Like with an engineering side of things as well.
Yeah, we have a full e-commerce business, and we're growing our viral brand worldwide. And with that comes the need for manufacturing, engineering, and a lot of technical skills that we love to partner with schools with. And if your school is a part of that program, give back a portion of all of those proceeds, either to a scholarship fund or directly into the esports program.
So Chris, let me ask you this. If I'm a teacher and I'm wanting to, you know, bring my club in, what can I use this place for? Can I use it for practice? Can I use it for competition? What sort of stuff can I use it for?
So we want to be a one-stop shop. You can use it from anywhere from meeting every single week and practicing to hosting and challenging other schools in the area. We also have full production capabilities with a studio, so you can even film and produce some of your own esports tournaments and broadcast them to your friends and family, put them on YouTube, broadcast them to the school, whatever you want. We are a full service production facility, complete with a stage and anything you would need to run a full esports competition.
Right, yeah. Speaking of, you know, being a teacher trying to start that club, that is generally where it starts. You find a teacher, and there's one in every school, right? A teacher who games or is tech literate, really tech savvy, and likes to do that as a hobby, to sponsor the club and to sort of oversee it. Now that we're here with Viral and our high school esports initiative, it's easier than ever to get started.
From zero budget to a big budget, we can help you out, and we're super excited to just be a consultant with this journey for you, even free of charge. If you just have any questions pertaining to esports and how you can implement it, even if you don't use Viral as a service or use our facility, please give us a call and just ask any questions you want whatsoever. So to summarize, esports is here and now even more accessible than ever before, and we cannot wait to serve our communities in which we work. Please come out and visit us at 2078 East Dorothy Lane here in Kettering. 3 minutes down from the green, right off 675. We hope to see you soon.